To begin our Sunrise Smart Start with some breaking updates overnight. A Rochester man is in the hospital with life-threatening injuries after he was shot near the city's inner loop.
Officers responded to that call at Cumberland Street near Joseph and Clinton just before 10 o'clock. Police on scene say they saw a crowd of people leaving what was an unsanctioned party when they found the victim, 34 years old. RPD quickly broke up the crowd and got that man who was shot to the hospital. The latest update this morning, he's in critical condition. The scene has since cleared. No arrests have been announced.
Police search for leads right now after a Rochester man was shot and killed in the city's South Wedge. This happened in the early hours Sunday morning on Manor Parkway. Officers tell us they found their 35-year-old Jamel Allen shot at least once. He was rushed to the hospital where he later died from his injuries. RPD says this incident seems to have stemmed from an argument between several people inside one of those apartments, and that did turn violent, leading to the shooting. Police note Allen is a city resident but did not live on Manor Parkway. No suspects currently in custody, but if you think you know anything, you're urged to please call the Major Crimes Unit, and remember, your tips can always stay anonymous.
The new deadline this morning just passed for correction officers as their strike is entering what is the fourth week of protests at state prisons. The Department of Corrections and Community Supervision has promised changes to 24-hour shifts, overtime pay, and reviewing the HALT Act, but only if 85% of staff return to work by 6:45 this morning, 5 minutes ago. However, many of the guards remain skeptical. Out on the picket lines, think this agreement could be better and that they won't reach 85%. Their main concern, how the state plans to move ahead with the HALT Act, which limits the use of solitary confinement. The original proposed 90-day suspension is a time when DOCS is responsible for determining the law's effectiveness. The striking guards say 3 months isn't long enough for the review, calling for the law to be repealed altogether. Of course, there's still worry about what's happening with OT.
They're not happy with it at all, because after everything is said and done, it still does not address any security and safety procedures inside there for the officers or anyone inside the walls. They're not even taking into account the numerous officers that have resigned. So it's going to fail right from the beginning.
DOCS also announced it's taking legal action to ensure returning members receive full benefits, namely health insurance. However, the agreement on the table as is does not waive strike penalties.
Mark Carney set to become Canada's new Prime Minister in the coming days after the governing Liberal Party soundly elected him as leader yesterday.
He's a former central banker replacing Justin Trudeau, who's stepping down amid declining popularity. Carney will have a very busy agenda as Canada deals with the new tariff threats from Washington and President Trump's recent talk of annexation. The incoming PM also spoke on the possibility of trade war impacts.
The Canadian government has rightly retaliated and is rightly retaliating with our own tariffs that will have maximum impact in the United States and minimum impact here in Canada.
Carney's win marks the first time an outsider with basically no real political background has become Canada's Prime Minister.
Federal investigators are at the site of a small plane crash in Pennsylvania. This aircraft went down just after takeoff. Take a look at that, plunging into these cars in a parking lot at a retirement community nearby at the airport. All 5 people on board of the Beechcraft Bonanza plane survived, though injured. Neighbors thankful it wasn't worse.
You're grateful it wasn't any closer.
They should be thankful no one was killed. I'm surprised, really.
The FAA is investigating. Plane crashes are incredibly rare. Still, in January, 7 people were killed when a small medical jet crashed into a neighborhood in Philadelphia. And just 2 days before that, in Washington, D.C., a Black Hawk military helicopter collided with an American Airlines plane. 67 people there lost their lives.
Sunrise traffic updates here around the Rock Metro 8 minutes ago until the top of the hour. The view from our Greater Rock Sky Eye, everything's moving along just fine across 490, 390, and 590. No accidents, major congestion at this point to warn you about. We'll let you know if that changes when we see you during CBS Mornings with Sunrise Traffic at 7:25. Back to our news, and there's long been a push to stop the use of plastic straws in favor of better options for the environment, such as paper ones. But during these first 50 days in office, President Trump sent out that executive order ending the purchase and forced use of paper straws by federal agencies.
On that note, Iran Spitzer reached out to the owner of a Rochester-based paper straw factory. She joins us now with that insight on what this may mean for them. Iran.
Yeah, guys, Carrie Lawton is the owner of Rock Paper Straws. She started the business after seeing a viral video online of a sea turtle with a plastic straw stuck in its nose, and she had to do something. Lawton tells me her biggest contracts are with Wegmans, RIT, and Nazareth University. She is truly a big-time advocate of getting rid of single-use plastic. So when Trump signed the executive order, which states that there's an irrational campaign against plastic straws and that paper straws aren't functional, she raised a brow in confusion and started speaking out in favor of sustainable alternatives. Lawton understands that the executive order won't impact her immediate business, but doesn't want people to get the impression going back to plastic is okay.
Absolutely do not go back to plastic. We've made so much progress. Plastic is poison. We need to stop using so much of it. I am investing in our future. I'm investing in the future of the planet, and I'm investing in future generations. It's not just the straws. It's really important to really start ridding the planet of single-use plastics. That's ultimately my mission.
Lawton says she understands there's a learning curve when it comes to finding a paper straw you like, but when you find one that's well made, like the ones she makes, you won't go back to plastic. Now, up next for them is Lilac Fest as sponsors, where they'll donate purple straws. Guys?
Iran, thanks for sharing that interview for us. Going inside the huddle, big news for Bills Mafia as Josh Allen is sticking around until at least 2030. The last few months have been like a script for a movie or a soap opera for 17. He proposed to movie star singer Haley Steinfeld in November. In February, he got the MVP award for the season, and now he has signed the largest guaranteed contract in league history, $330 million. $250 of that is guaranteed. The Bills' QB1 was previously signed through the 2028 season, but was severely underpaid compared to other quarterbacks around the NFL. So the Bills front office gave him that new offer again here for the next 5 seasons. The team did release edge rusher Von Miller, but he might come back. Buffalo, meantime, is saving $8.5 million in cap space with this move. Miller got off to a hot start in Orchard Park, 8 sacks in his first season. Then he tore his ACL in a game on Thanksgiving. Hasn't been the same player since. He did not have a single sack in 12 games in 2023, just 6 in the last season. Again, he's waived, let go, but both sides are open to a return, just maybe on a cheaper number there. So we'll see. Yeah,
and you can go shopping around for other teams if the money calls. But I think he just wants to win another Super Bowl.
Yeah. So take less, try to get the ring. Josh Allen, pay him.
Yeah, exactly. As money gets shifted around, so does the weather this week. We've got warm air today. Upper 50s for you with plenty of sunshine. Sun tomorrow as well with more warmth, but that's really the trend throughout most of the week.
Got 5 days, find all that green for the parade.
Have a great day.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, X, and on our app for news and weather.